The Timeskip Boruto that we see in chapter 81 is way stronger now. His training with Sasuke in the past 3 years has made him into one of the strongest characters in the Naruto universe. He has gotten the powers to beat Madara, Sasuke, and even Naruto himself. Well, maybe, but have you seen Boruto in the latest chapters? This guy turned Code into a stepping stone and a fraud when he said that he could kill him anytime. Even going as far as saying that Code can't get any girls because he behaves like a creep, and it's most likely why Eida decided to leave him. The question everyone is asking after reading the latest manga is just how strong has Boruto become? Before we answer this question, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this from us. We can't deny that Boruto has the capability of becoming a god in his own rights, but to understand this properly, we need to go back and analyze just how strong he was before Timeskip. He definitely showed us some impressive feats in the series, even surpassing his father Naruto by miles. Well, I mean, my guy at the age of 12 was already strong. Boruto has an incredible amount of chakra to start with, and he could create 4 shadow clones easily before he even entered the Ninja Academy. In contrast to his father Naruto, who could only form a single one when he started. And this is possible due to his strong bloodlines, the Uzumaki and the Hyuga clan. The Uzumakis were known for their large chakra reserves, while the Hyugas are renowned for their effective chakra control skills, which is a product of their training with the gentle fist technique, which requires a good understanding of the chakra pathway systems. This is something Boruto has already trained in. Boruto is also efficient in using taijutsu, as he can create different relentless assaults through his legs and hands. For me, I think the biggest difference between Boruto and Naruto is his intellect. Naruto isn't dumb. Well, not that dumb, but Boruto is a better calculated fighter like Sasuke was. A good example is when he created the Boruto stream by combining it with the gentle fist technique with 2 shadow clones using Gale Wind to propel himself forward towards his opponents at an early age. He's also good at reading situations and adapting to it. A good example was when he used his knowledge of the chakra blade to drain his opponent's chakra. And that's not all, as he has also shown intelligence and leadership to think things through spontaneously. And we saw this with his fight against Ao. When Boruto was faced with all his drones, he destroyed them with paper bombs and also shuriken infused with electricity, while doing this mid-air. It's because of these things that made Inojin say that Boruto is very adept at flawlessly solving advanced problems. This became part of him, especially in his fighting style, and it helped him get the upper hand in his fights against Iwabe and also Momoshiki. All these hits are different when they come from Kakashi-sensei. Kakashi commented that Boruto was already on the level of a Jonin even before he became a Genin. He also went on to say that Boruto inherited Minato's genius, which can be proven through his proficiency and jutsu learning. He is also in a way sort of responsible for tripling the size of the Rasengan page on Wikipedia. And if you don't believe me, just go check it out yourself. He's also a master of various nature elements like water, lightning, and wind release. Because of the nature element of lightning that he possessed, he was able to subconsciously create the vanishing Rasengan. If you want to know how crazy this feat is, remember that Kakashi tried to do this but failed and made Chidori himself. This jutsu has done serious harm to even Otsutsuki level threats like Boro and also Momoshiki. All these were just the beginning for Boruto, as he created and used 2 other Rasengan during this time period. The first was just like Naruto Rasen Shuriken, but in his own case, it was called a wind-style Rasengan and it's green in color. He learned it easily and needed just 1 shadow clone jutsu to create it in 1 hour, and in contrast to Naruto, who used days to learn it. The important jutsu is the second one, which is called the High Compression Rasengan. This jutsu in question has an incredible amount of power, even much more than the regular Rasengan. But this Rasengan has also its challenges because it's so destructive that it hurts the user when attacking the enemy through recoil. And this is simply because the chakra is compressed more and more that it becomes so powerful to even break through diamonds. It can easily break an Otsutsuki and deal a lot of damage. And it even saved Sasuke from Ishiki. But now that Boruto is older and even wiser, his mind is beginning to sync better with that of Momoshiki, as their thoughts are now becoming one and the same. Thus, Boruto should be able to use the Rasengan. This is a jutsu that is similar to the Rasengan but can be fired as a bullet. We saw this in the battle between Momoshiki and Code, and looking at the way Momoshiki was able to use the Rasengan through Code, it should also be able to work the other way around now that their consciousness is linked. This can give Boruto access to the Rasengan that he was told previously by Kakashi he couldn't learn, which is the giant Rasengan. Boruto might have held one before but he didn't create it. It was created using Naruto's chakra. Momoshiki, on the other hand, has done such a technique multiple times on different occasions. So with the two of them becoming one, it's just natural to see Boruto using such a technique. In Chapter 2 of Two Blue Vortex, Boruto realized that creating new Rasengan isn't enough, so instead he became the Rasengan, thereby creating Uzuhiko. As we've said in some previous videos, the word Uzuhiko refers to space and universe, and as we can see in the manga, chakra wraps across Boruto's body, literally making him the Rasengan. When you look closely at this technique, it looks like bony wind chakra. However, it's clear that it's a sort of cloak that is similar to the vanishing Rasengan. This newly acquired jutsu is a testament to the time he spent training with Sasuke because it shares similarities to the Chidori he created when he spent time with Orochimaru after leaving the village called Chidori Nagashi. This jutsu allows Sasuke to release the Chidori from every part of his body, affecting multiple enemies. Anyone whose body touches the Chidori will misinterpret the lightning's nature as electrical signals from the nerves, which will make the person's body contract. This Chidori causes the person's body to go stiff whilst receiving damage. This can be compared to Boruto's Rasengan, which is most likely to display a similar effect, which would not only affect the vicinity around him but the ground and atmosphere itself. What I'm simply trying to say is that this would be the highest peak of offensive and defensive technique. During Sasuke's 3-year time skip back in Naruto Shippuden, he created different variants of the Chidori, which is a parallel to Boruto's creativity. So, with the two of them combined together, there's no telling as to what new powers Boruto has created as a trump card. What we definitely know for certain is that the next jutsu that Boruto would show us would make him one of the most broken characters in the series. What exactly is this power? Well, here comes the ability of prediction. Prediction? Yeah, that's right, Boruto would have the ability to see the future, and it's all thanks to his karma seal which was implanted on him after he defeated Momoshiki. This karma is a mark that will slowly transform Boruto's cell into that of an Otsutsuki. This would then allow Momoshiki to rewrite Boruto's DNA and then take complete control over his body. But ever since Momoshiki had to use his powers to heal Boruto after his death against Kawaki, that is now impossible. What this simply means is that the karma is just a weapon for Boruto to use. And oh boy, it's definitely one hell of a powerful one. When the karma is activated, it grants him enhanced speed, power, and also strength with Jutsu's power. This is simply because those that are given the karma take on the particular Otsutsuki's entire combat experience, which immediately makes them seasoned fighters even without prior experience. This is what is known as the karma seal's true essence. Boruto has access to not only Momoshiki's fighting experience but also his thoughts. And because of this, Boruto can take good advantage of Momoshiki's ability to see the future. Yeah, Boruto can now see the future like a prophet or fortune teller. If we can remember correctly, Momoshiki used this ability to predict Kurama's death, when he said that it was a shame that Naruto won't be able to pass on such a great power. He also saw Boruto's downfall when he got a glimpse of his future too. This ability is also very useful in combat. We see it in action in Chapter 80 when Momoshiki used it to help Boruto escape certain death against the Sage Mode Mitsuki. During the 3-year time skip, Boruto seems to have gotten a hang of this ability. Looking at his conversation with Code about the Ten Tails, where he mentions that Code would eventually lose control over it and the Ten Tails would go on rampage after it merges with its Otsutsuki target. Boruto then says this would be the worst future that will be imagined by anyone. This ability to look into the future is like the most substantial we've got in the entire series. The only thing we've seen in the Naruto Shippuden series that can come close to this is the Sharingan's ability to see the flow of an opponent's moves moments before they are made. And then for Boruto, he can see days, months, and even years into the future. But the fact that Boruto tells Code it's the future along with the future we've read from Chapter 1, it's safe to assume that Boruto most likely knows what he's talking about. And to some people who think he went back to the past to watch the fight of Kaguya, well, nah, that didn't occur. What do you think about Boruto's new jutsu? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below, and thank you for watching.